Graduation was good.
It was. Just a few seconds here. Hello and welcome to our Kiwanis Club. It's glad to be back from you guys. Just had a crazy week. One, I had a sinus infection, so I got hooked up with an antibiotic, so I'm good. I want to thank Ben Spiker for filling in with me. I understand he did a great job, and had my daughter turn 19 on me Monday, and then she graduated high school last night. So been a busy week. Thank you. Our invocation today is going to be led by Wendy Mellentine.
As a room full of people who care about the welfare of children, I ask that we take a moment to pause and remember the 19 children and 2 teachers who lost their lives in Uvalde, Texas yesterday. Do not worry or fear not. It's a sentiment found often in scripture. Some of us can't seem to help it though when faced with COVID or other diseases, war breaking out, climate issues, mass shootings, and economic changes impacting our lifestyle. When that is the case, wisdom, which is a gift from God, might urge us on to therapy or even medication, as it is his desire for us to live peacefully and freely in his love, even if we need a little help along the way. Please pray with me. Lord, when we are overcome with anxiety, give us wisdom to know when it is a matter of trust or something more. Our minds, like our bodies, are gifts from you. However, sometimes we feel trapped in our thoughts, seemingly unable to heal the invisible hurts there. Please open up doors for mental health services to all who need them. Give us the strength to fight the stigma of mental illness and build compassion and understanding in our communities. Amen.
Thank you, Wendy. Our song leader today is Dave Perry.
Good to have you back, Clark. I think Ben had some microphone issues and we said, you know, Clark wouldn't do that. And but glad you're feeling better. Good afternoon. We have Memorial Day coming up on Monday of next week. And of course, Memorial Day is when we honor, when we remember those men and women in our armed services who went off to serve our country and defend our country and did not come back home. So we're going to sing America the Beautiful, because America the Beautiful is what those folks were working to save. And as we sing it, please keep everyone who never came back home in your thoughts and in your prayers. Judy.
Oh, beautiful for spacious skies, for amber waves of grain, for purple mountains, majesty above the fruited plain. America, America, God shed his grace on thee, and crown thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea.
Thank you.
Please join me in the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which stands one nation, God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. You may be seated. Our introduction of guests today is by Sheon Baker.
Good afternoon, everyone. I hope everyone's having a good day. I am Sheon Baker, one of the newer Kiwanians. And today, as I call your name, would you please stand? We have a few guests with us today. We have Chris Bohannon, guest of Betsy Bohannon. Where are you? There we go. Greg Lionberg, guest of Sam Lionberg Jr. James Harper, guest of Ken Briggs. And Mike Adams, also a guest of Ken Briggs. Have I missed any other guests? Do we have anyone else visiting with us today? Yes, okay, we have Mike Adams. Yes, hello, Mr. Adams, welcome. Robin Fouts. Is Robin Fouts with us here today? Hello, Robin, welcome. Mark Shelton. There you go, hello, Mark. John Fouts, welcome. And Jeffrey Weaver. Welcome to you all, thank you for being here.
All right, guys, we have got some announcements today. I believe, Sherry, did you want to make an announcement?
I don't know about you all, but you know, you have a heavy heart from some really tragic news, right? And then you go and you celebrate and you think, is it okay to go and celebrate? And I remind myself that yes, that's when we need the most to be grateful for what we have and to celebrate the wonder and the beauty of our world, because there is so much good that can overtake the evil. So by all means, we need to celebrate. And one way that we did that was by coming together on Saturday under the leadership of Joe Gaither, who brought together our community in an amazing day of celebration. I feel like that investment in youth and children makes our hearts soar, and it prevents terrible tragedy by lifting place on June 8th, and we're going to accompany that with the video that's been shared with us. So we look forward to that on June 8th.
Oh, okay. You have an announcement?
And good afternoon. This is just to advise you that on July 1st, I will be sending out invitations to 73 nonprofits and inviting them to submit a proposal for a grant. And if any of you know of a worthy group, organization, et cetera, that you think would like the opportunity to apply for a grant if you would let me or John or Clark know. And so I can put them on the list. And then on July 1st, I will send them all the materials that they will need so that they can, file if they so wish. Thank you.
Thank you, Bob. Mike McAvoy, and I have a couple of announcements, some that aren't on the agenda. First being that I think you all know Mike Obrachta is going to be gone most of the summer in Scotland. And Mike has been the keeper of our big Kiwanis banner. So if you have an event and you want that banner for anything, you don't have to go to Scotland. You just have to call me because he's left it with me for the summer. So just let me know if you want that. And it's got the poles and all the things to put it up and everything like that. So also out in the lobby, the health department at the Fun Day last Saturday was nice enough to give us a box of COVID tests. And these are 2 tests per box. They're free. Please take them because I don't want to have to carry that box back to the office. So take as many as you want. So, and then for our new members, if you haven't had new member orientation, we're going to do that next Wednesday. We don't have a Kiwanis meeting June 1st, next Wednesday. But during that time, we're going to do new member orientation at the Water Authority's boardroom. You can either join in person or virtually. But if you're going to join in person, please let John Montgomery know because we're going to order lunch and we got to get the lunch count correct. And also, if you're a sponsor of a new member that's going to be doing the training, please feel free to come too and just let John know again if you're going to be in person so we can get the lunch count correct. So again, that's next Wednesday, June 1st at noon at the Water Authority. And then my final announcement is about Ironman. I've been up here for a few weeks now. We still need about 10 volunteers. And I think Jean's got an email getting ready to go out and John does. And I've left flyers on your table. Again, you can take these with you. It has all the information on how to sign up. You do have to register online. Again, we're going to be doing registrations on Saturday, June 4th, and that'll be at the River's Edge North Park. This is the kind of former Victory Stadium site over there. There'll be a registration tent. You can park across the street at Carillion's parking garage. They've made that available to all the volunteers that day. And we'll just be helping the athletes. We'll be walking them to town and helping them get registered. They have to bring their bikes in. The race is actually the next day, Sunday, June 5th, but they need to get in town to get registered and get their bikes up to Carbons Cove for the swim, and then they get on their bikes and do the bike ride from there. So some will come in Friday afternoon, but most will come in on Saturday, and they need people to help just check them in and get them to the right spot. So we have 2 shifts. You can either do morning or afternoon. If for whatever reason you can't work on Saturday, June 4th, there are still some positions available on Sunday, June 5th. Last year, I think we had about 1,500 athletes in Roanoke for the event, which is low for an Ironman because of COVID. This year, they're expecting 2,500, so they need a lot more volunteers. So if you can't work on Saturday with us, there's places you can work on Sunday. If you do that, though, however, make sure you register your affiliations with Kiwanis so we get credit for that, because we did agree to provide a certain number of volunteers. And kind of where that matters is I want to thank everybody that helped out with the Blue Ridge Marathon, because John tells me we got a check from the marathon for $750 toward our budget. So thanks to all the volunteers that helped with that. So again, take the flyer with you, or you can find the link on our website under the calendar. Or look for the email. Thanks.
Don, did you want to talk about your sign event?
This is Don Witt, once again lamenting that we can't have our installation of the interpretive signs this Friday that we had scheduled because of the rain. They're concerned about rain coming in, and also the holes that they're digging may collapse. So we're looking for a drier day. So on your tables is another sheet for you to fill out. We're looking for volunteers for June 10th We're going to try one more time, and we'll see what happens. Thank you.
Hello, everybody. Don't mind this yet. I'm here talking about the membership committee, and we had a membership drive that went in conjunction with our KPAD. So we do have some winners. The first one, it was a two-part membership drive. So the first one was for the number of non-Kiwanians that were invited to a Kiwanian event. Okay, so anything, whether it was coming to a Wednesday or a planning meeting or an event. So we have a winner. It was I'm telling you, just right like with the Derby, we were nose and nose when it came right down to who won this part of it. And Sherry Hartman won it last year, and she was right there in it this year too. But we have a new winner this year, Mr. Joe Gaither. Mr. Joe Gaither. So what this award does is Joe gets to redeem this certificate with Larry Kufel for 2 tickets to the Mill Mountain Theater when we go as a group. So congratulations. So be like Joe. Be like Joe. Invite people. Invite. That's the best way that people learn about who we are and what we do. So invite people to come. Okay. So Larry's adding to it that not only the tickets, but you get into the reception for free also. And that's where Amy does such a wonderful job with food and social before that. So congratulations, Joe. Now, the second part of the contest was who brought in the most new members. And in true Kiwanian fashion, we have 4 people in a tie for this. Okay, so we have Sherman Holland, Ken Briggs, Stephanie Moon Reynolds, and Tom Miller. So I put their name in this beautiful hat of Sherry's, derby hat. So whoops. That you weren't supposed to see that. Okay, so I'm going to mix it up, and I'm going to let President Clark choose the winner. They're all the same size, I promise. All right. So here's the winner. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Stephanie Moon Reynolds. So be like Stephanie and bring in new members. Woohoo! All right, thank you.
Thank you, guys. And that's what it's all about, spreading Kiwanis like confetti. So thank you guys for that. That's wonderful. We do have time for brag bucks. We got plenty of time for brag bucks. I know JC has a brag buck for us. Come on, Ken, while we're waiting.
Thank you, President Clark. David Perry mentioned that this is Memorial Day weekend, and we do need to remember those that we've lost. I'd like to get in a couple of plugs for things that we enjoy. Number one, on Friday night of Memorial Day weekend, the D-Day Memorial has a big band concert with music from the 1940s. If the weather's nice Friday night, I would encourage you to go down, take a lawn chair and enjoy that evening. The other thing, a little closer to home, on Monday morning at 9:30 a.m., the local Veterans Council, led by Dan Carnes, has an event at 9:30. I believe it's now called the Freedom Plaza in front of the City Hall and right in front of the Green Street Methodist Church. A great event. When you come, bring your lawn chair. You'll see several Kiwanians there. Some of our members support it faithfully every year, and it's a great way to start your Memorial Day. Thank you.
Okay. All right, I got to brag because something amazing happened that was made possible. Oh, he is. Okay, the person I want to brag on is online today, and that's Steve McGraw. Steve McGraw came through. You may have seen the many messages going out about, does anybody have a rototiller? And my husband and I were getting ready to line up every shovel we could get a hold of and every pair of arms we could get a hold of. But guess what? Steve McGraw came through and he was able to line up someone that has helped him in the yard with a tractor, with a tiller attached. And that thing did the job and got our soil in beautiful shape to plant about 300 plants on Saturday. And it wouldn't have happened, really. We wouldn't have had enough arms to make this happen if it weren't for Steve McGraw. Thank you, Steve.
This brag I'm gonna give today is a $20 brag. To tell you the truth, it's worth a lot more than that. But I'm gonna give you all some good information, and there you go. It won't be that long. Never long as you. But I just want to say something. For a year and a half, I was struggling with some medical stuff. The doctor told me he was so afraid that the big C was coming. Went through all this and my numbers were up. You may know what the numbers are when you go, you P something, PSA, it was up. He said it was high, that so-and-so was gonna happen. And I didn't want to hear it. So anyway, fast forward this year, he sent me in to do the MRI. After he got the MRI results back, he gave me a call, the surgeon called me. I was riding my car, my wife was in there with me. He said, I got bad news for you. He said, according to what I'm looking at here, he says, you're gonna need something pretty soon. But he said, first thing I want to do is get you in and do a, what do you call that thing when they cut in, you pull out something? Biopsy. There you go. We got to do a biopsy first. So I said, well, Doc, he said, well, I'm going to tell you this. You're 85%. So chances are you probably got the big C. So right then I disputed it. I said, no, I'm not 85, Doc. I'm going to be in the 15. I said, and my wife said, she started getting all nervous. I said, no, don't do that. I said, I know the man upstairs. And I said, I'm going to be in the 15. So every day after that, my prayer each morning was, and I prayed in the name of Jesus, in just in case y'all don't know that I'll be in the 15%. You know what I mean? I said, I'm going to be in the 15. I don't have it. Every time it come in my mind of what he had to do, I'd blank it out. I put myself in the 15. The 15 says you're free. Last weekend, I went in Friday and I got all right. But I'm saying in my mind, 15%. Am I right? So then yesterday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday went by. Wife still nervous. I'm still walking around with my head up. Y'all probably saw me Saturday. You didn't see me. I wasn't looking dead, was I? Got a call yesterday. The call didn't come from the nurse. The call didn't come from the secretary. The call came from the surgeon. I'm trying to hold this together. I'm sorry. Try to get through it. But the surgeon called. He said, I don't understand it. He said, I took 15 samples and I got 15 negative results. God bless you.
And I gotta beat that. There's no way of beating that. But thank goodness I had a chair. Some years ago, our good friend Rupert Cutler got the bright idea to create a memorial out in Botetourt County for William Preston. And he recruited many people in order to get that accomplished. Lineberger, they did the construction on it. Gary Dirk's wife, his family contributed. Many other people contributed, and he conned me in too. But he was recognized and it was opened and it's been in use out there in Greenfield Village here at Botetourt County. But then the state realized that it was a major occurrence and they asked if they would have a dedication for it. So all over the state, people are coming in the historic vein for a dedication on July the 11th for the Preston Memorial, which is really Rupert Cutler's memorial. Now, he's been working diligently with Will and others, Gary Dirk and others and myself to get this July 11th, I'll get it straight, July 11th program at 1 to 3, Saturday afternoon at the Botetourt County headquarters at the memorial. Now, I hope that as many people that don't have anything else to do will attend if they would like to and learn a little bit about history at that program. I would also like, if anybody is willing, to give Rupert a call and say, I would like to be a hostess or a host at that program, or just to call Rupert and tell him, great job, and we'll be thinking about you.
I want to take this time, and this is kind of transitioning from, I guess, our brag bucks into the next part of the program, but I want to take this opportunity while they are here today, members of the Action Club, to thank them for the effort that they put out, not on Saturday, May the 7th, but on Friday, May the 6th. And that's when we're doing our prep work and getting ready for, well, sausage. It's the only thing that counts at KPAD. When our sausage production team got together and got everything set up, they were there. They, bless their hearts, you guys came at probably 9 o'clock in the morning. And when's the sausage going to be here? Okay, well, they said they'd be here by 10. Well, they got to be 10:30, and well, they're going to be here. About 11 o'clock they came. And this crew started in on traying sausages, 35 per tray, and they trayed them so fast we couldn't keep trays with paper, parchment paper on them. They were standing there saying, we need trays, we need new trays. They did over 3,000 pieces of sausage in less than an hour. And it was something to behold. And so for the Action Club folks who are here today, I want to say a big thank you from the sausage manager for you guys making our job a whole lot easier. Okay, thank you so much.
My name is John Montgomery. I wanted to do 3 quick ones, Clark, quick ones combined. My wife Joyce and I were gone last week. We made a trip to Europe, and many of you have been to Europe. I know, you know how enjoyable it can be. I wanted to talk about 3 things that stood out. One is my good friend Clark. I want to brag on. I've gotten to know especially well in the last 6 or 7 months, sitting side by side, week in and week out. I asked Clark if he would check the mailbox while I was gone, and not only did he do it faithfully, he produced better results than I can. There was an overflow of cashola when I got back, which was a magic touch. And Joyce and I were on a 24-hour jaunt returning on Monday. Didn't see the sunset until we got to Roanoke. A long day. Met Clark for breakfast yesterday, and he said, "Sure is good to see you." And I thought it was good to see him too. It was good to be back. It reminds me of my second brag, which is on the person who substituted for me last week was Gene Bollendorf. I have heard so many compliments on how well you did, Gene. It's kind of a mixed bag, you know, very gratifying that you can trust the job will be done, but it reminds me a little bit of the baseball story. I don't know how many of you know the name Wally Pipp. He was the New York Yankee first baseman. Bob Haberman knows him. He was the New York Yankee first baseman that didn't feel well one day and asked to sit out, and the manager put in a guy named Lou Gehrig. Wally Pipp's career is pretty much downhill from there. So, Gene, you did well. Thank you for that. The third thing I want to tell you is that we were in Munich. You know, I can only do this once and now and then. We were in Munich on Monday, and we'd been in Oslo that morning, and a German, it's sort of a stereotype, but a German immigration official was questioning Joyce and me at the counter, and I was sweating a little bit, not just because we'd been puffing and puffing going from one gate to another, but because the interrogation was fairly difficult. "How long were you out of your country?" she asked, and it didn't help that Joyce didn't know the answer. So we got off to a rough start, you know, and she turned to me and thought maybe I could be more forthcoming with actual information. And what did you enjoy about your trip? And I said, "Oh, all kinds of things." She said, "What was your favorite thing on the trip?" And I thought, well, wrong answer could make me miss Kiwanis, you know. And I thought about it a few moments, and I said, I would say the cuisine. She bought that, and we moved on. It was over, and I sat back, and Joyce said, "Well, did you think the cuisine was that good?" It was very good. But I think what really made it so outstanding is half the meals we enjoyed with Don and Ellen Witt and their daughter Cheryl. And the food was good, but the companionship was even better. Thank you, Don.
I just got to say, I love our brag bucks, and I love this club. This is all just wonderful. And to bring in some more wonderful, I want to bring up Ben Spiker and the best K-Pad team ever to talk about it. I even wore my K-Pad polo shirt today to celebrate.
Well, I do have microphone issues, David Perry. And I didn't know we were going to have a sausage fest today, but that has a different connotation altogether, doesn't it? We want to talk a little bit about our success at KPAD. We've just got some fantastic results to communicate today, some gratitude to extend, some praise to lavish, and I think we should, as Sherry reminded us, it is an occasion to celebrate. We'll have another occasion to celebrate. It's in the works, and we'll plan that. And the fund committee is getting involved, and that's going to only make it better. But to start off with, I'll ask Mike McAvoy to start with the video that Mike O'Brocta had planned. You know, Mike O'Brocta is on his way to Scotland, and the rest of us just go to the liquor store. He goes to the brewery. I mean, I'm telling you. And I reminded him, too, that, you know, he needs to be sure and remember his friends when he comes back. So I've tried to be nice to Mike O'Brocta. Here we go.
We're setting up for Pancake Day, the best one yet.
I'm helping set up Pancake Day.
What are you doing?
I don't really know. Does anyone know what they're doing? I'm untangling the world's problems.
Trying to level the grill.
I am cleaning the coffee machine. I'm getting a bucket to catch the water. We're backers today.
I am being the sausage king of Kiwanis Pancake Day.
Carrying the sausage to be cooked.
Putting the sausage on the trays.
I am putting canopy weight plates on this canopy.
Of capturing the spirit of one of the largest and most successful Kiwanis clubs in the world.
The Rotary Club already took Sausage Day.
Why pancakes? Why not?
Because you can eat them all day.
Pancakes are feel-good food, and we feel good today.
Why pancakes?
Perfect food.
No comment.
They're good, real good. We're good pancakes. Easier to spell than croissant.
Why pancakes?
Everybody loves pancakes.
Because we can cook them so fast and easy.
They're everyone's favorite food. They cover all the food groups.
Pancakes taste good, and people like them, and we can sell them. Why pancakes?
Why not pancakes? Because they're a superfood like broccoli and avocados. Why pancakes? Because Pancake Day is the greatest day in the Roanoke Valley.
Pancakes appeal to the whole family.
Pancakes are an ideal sausage delivery device, and that's what the public wants. The public demands sausage.
Everybody loves pancakes.
They are great, and I'm hungry. Why not pancakes?
Why pancakes?
Well, for the maple syrup.
Because they're fluffy and they're delicious with lots of butter and syrup.
Love pancakes. Because they're better than waffles.
Because pancakes are really good.
And we heard that Kiwanis makes the best pancakes.
or is resolving judicial matters before the Supreme Court.
Well, now that we've got the trailer unloaded, I'm heading to Atlanta to see my new grandson.
I'm demolishing a mountain of containers.
None of them had hats, I don't believe. Does anybody really care?
The Kiwanis Club's been the best thing that's ever happened.
They have a secret ingredient, you know.
P-A-N-C-A-K-E.
Pancake.
Pancake.
I think that's just great. Whoa. I think that's just great. It really captures the spirit of the day. That has to be the best one that Obrocht has done so far. He's done quite a few, but that one's great. That one's just absolutely great. And we all had a really good time doing it. And I'm going to bring up the master chef, the brainchild, the brain trust behind the operations of the event, Eric.
Thank you, Ben. I wrote my speech out so I can keep it short. So what a great day, huh? And even through the rain, it was fun and we got the job done. You'll hear big numbers here in a little while, but it was just super. And it's super for everyone here that was involved, all the people that aren't here that were involved, because there was tons of them. And I want to thank Harry Zuloff for getting them all together and getting them there, and we got the job done. So we've already started planning next year. We were so excited coming out of this year. We're just on it for next year. And so if you have any ideas how we can make things better, make more money, the whole bit, let us know. Let me know, or Mike Obrochta. And I assure you, Mike Obrochta is watching a recording of this show right here when he gets to Scotland. So I want to take a quick poll, and I want to ask you all a question. This is an informal poll, but how many people would like to do a KPAD drive-through next year? Raise your hands. Couple. How many would like to be back inside the Berglund Center and do it like a social event again? I think the inside has it. So Mike will see this and let him know too. Give us your good ideas. That's all I got. Thank you.
Well, that's not all you got, Eric. Sausage Chairman Tom Miller. Volunteers were Harry Zuloff and Jeff Leatherwood. We had, there's just too many to name, and we'll get to that later. But the committee chairs that helped us and headed this, Bruce Swanson on pancake batter and Mike Bell on pancake batter. That's a tough job, I got to tell you. And doing it outside in the rain just only makes it more fun. I especially want to thank the volunteers. We had Reef Kessler rounded up a number of key clubbers that day. Reef, are you here today? Is Reef's not here today? Well, Reef rounded up a number of key clubbers, and what was the financial total for the 27 volunteers from the local schools? We had Roanoke Catholic, Faith Christian, Cave Spring, Hidden Valley, William Fleming, Patrick Henry. These kids came out to participate, and it's just wonderful to have them there and have everybody kind of rowing in the same direction. I also especially want to thank Ken Briggs and his group from the Action Club. In fact, we've got Ken, if you and Robin would come forward, please. You wouldn't believe, it's just the effort that the Action Club put together. Tom talked about it. They're just absolutely fantastic and amazing. They're there every year, year in, year out. And part of what we do with KPAD is with the key clubs and with Action Clubs is we share some of the spoils with them. So I have today for Robin a check for, I have to look at the amount, $724 to thank them. And thank you, Ken, for helping round up these volunteers. They're absolutely incredible. Sherry Hartman deserves some special recognition. I see that she slipped out, but she deserves some special recognition for washing dishes. You know, the Civic Center did this really cool thing. They went out and they bought this magnificent, brand new, huge, like yay big dishwasher. And it's a gorgeous machine, stainless steel, white wall tires, the whole thing. It's fantastic. And while we were doing our walkthrough, they told us we couldn't use it. So we had to change the method that we were using for washing the sausage trays as they came out. And they have this tri-sink, this 3-sink method that they used. And I got to tell you, it turned out to be a good thing. Got pans washed quicker than using the dishwasher. It ended up working out great. But boy, Sherry Hartman's face when we told her that she was going to be standing at the sink washing these dishes was, he didn't get that on video. I wish he had. It was almost as good as the end of the video, but it was just fantastic. Absolutely lovely. So we need to know a little bit about numbers, and we can attribute, I think, the sales success to our sales. That was Germany calling. Clarify some of those answers. We need to get up here and talk a little bit about numbers. So I'd like to bring the two most fantastic sales leaders that I have ever encountered, Emily and Lois, up here to talk a little bit about some of those numbers. So if you guys would get on your horse and ride on up here. And this horse thing is still a little disturbing. The horse head, I still think of The Godfather every time.
Last time, wow, we did it. We did it. If we could have our presentation up, I want to say that I know we're kind of short on time. Every morning when I say my prayers, I pray for many things, but one that's on the top of the list is this organization. And what always gets me is like I'm one of those crying people, and so it's absolutely incredible to think about what we are able to do with this money and how many lives that we touch and change and the impact that we have on this community. I think that we get wrapped up and we have so much fun, but when it comes down to it, at the end, this club is absolutely incredible. So let's talk Derby. First of all, we want to thank several people. I'm not going to read everybody on the list that comes up because some of these slides are big, but first and foremost, ServPro and Haley Toyota, who we absolutely could not have done this without. Second, we want to make sure that we're giving our shout out to our amazing team captains, Jamie, David, Donna, Sherry, David Hartman, Mike, JC, and Stephanie. You guys were phenomenal. Thank you so much. Thank you for the emails that you sent out. Thank you for encouraging your teams. Thank you for staying positive. Thank you for doing everything that you did to help make this a success. Also, we don't want to leave out these wonderful people. John Montgomery, our money collecting, spreadsheet making, sales reporting extraordinaire. Sherry Dillon, our money collecting queen. Leanne, our auction item posting wizard. Chuck Baker, our fabulous auctioneer, and of course, our action and key clubs. This is where the list gets long that I won't read off, but there are a ton of people that make this possible. This is not the Emily and Lois show. Emily and Lois only do a little bit compared to what everybody else does to make this happen. It is this entire Kiwanis club that makes this possible and successful. So I want to make sure that all these people get the attention and recognition that they deserve as well. Yep. So as you know, the Derby was quite the surprise this year. The winner of the Derby was somebody who wasn't even supposed to be in the race. And if you didn't see the race, you need to pull it up on YouTube and watch it. It is absolutely incredible. And I actually cried because I was so excited. Not to be surprised by that. But Root Cutler this year. Root was our Rich Strike.
And can I say real quickly, when you look at that number, 3550, a couple
our top 10 riders. Roop. JC Taylor right on them heels like he's been the entire time. Stephanie, that's an amazing number. Amy Carter with 1445. Mike Lee at 1325. Andy Stone at 1290. Vern at 1210. Betsy at 1190. Whoop, whoop. Ben at 1155. And Eric Danielson should be on there. Is Eric on there? There he is. There he is. So these are our top 10 riders. And again, thank you so much for all your hard work, whether you were, peddling tickets on the corner of Main and Wayne or sending out letters or whatever it was that you did, you were obviously extremely successful.
This is the first time in KPAD history that we have had over 10 people bring in over $1,000. So way to go, Kiwanians.
And so we will be happy to award our top riders with their prizes. Roop, you're going to be getting a Visa gift card in the amount of $100. JC Taylor, yours is in the amount of $75, and Stephanie, yours is for $50. Congratulations. On our next slide, our team standings.
Are you ready?
Are you ready?
Oh my God.
That was kind of weak. Are you ready? All right, Mike, let's see it.
All right, and I have to say here, in true Derby fashion, in true Derby fashion, this race came down to a win by a nose. And I can tell you that poor John, just getting back from his trip, had to do all this money, and we were going back and forth and back and forth. At one point, there was only $6 difference between the first two teams. $6. So if you think that one ticket doesn't make a difference, think again.
Angela was gracious enough to help us with this. This is our Kiwanis Derby Run for the Roses. This is what I've been taking pictures of every week and putting in our slideshows. And this has the final total on it, along with our big total at the top. I'm going to leave this on the front table, and there are markers. And I would love for anyone, not just our team captains, but anyone to come up and write a little note to Ben, and we will be presenting the Kiwanis Derby to Ben today. All right, so as we look at our final numbers, what does it mean? This is what it means.
So we're a little emotional. Emily and I did this last year with Clark, and he set the bar at 50, and we were like, okay, we did it. This time Ben comes up and we agreed to do it again. And Ben said, yeah, but I'm going to raise the bar to 60. And Emily and I were like, okay, here we go. And you guys did it. You rose to the occasion. You rose to the challenge. You did it. So what I'd like to do, because I think this is pretty cool, is just tell you a little bit about those numbers. Okay. So the KPAD sales, 63,723. And the approximate expenses that we had, and this is ballpark figure, is around $19,000. So what that means is that we have about $44,500 to use this year to give away and to help people in our community. So you guys. And that's about $3,000 better than we've ever done before. And last year we broke the record with Clark, and then we broke the record again this time. So kudos to you all. And with those sales, Pat, the sales, it came out to be about almost $47,000 in ticket sales alone. The auction netted about $6,140. So it was a slight increase from last year. So over $6,000 from our auction, which was phenomenal. Had a good time at Twisted Track, and Chuck Baker did a great job with that. Our sponsorships at $10,000 with Haley Toyota and Surf Pro, and our door sales and our online sales were right around $500. It was down a little bit, and we kind of attribute that to the weather, but that's kind of how some of the numbers broke out for the totals that we have. But I'm at a loss for words. I am so excited, and just to echo Emily's sentiments, this club rocks, and you guys are awesome. And what we would like to do is, Emily and I and Ben are in the process of planning a celebration so that we can all come together and celebrate this great victory that we had at the Derby. So we'll give you more details as we know more about that. So.
Aren't they great? Thank you all. It doesn't happen without the effort of everybody in this room, and everybody in this room certainly put forth a tremendous effort. 40, what is that, Bob? 44,000, what was that number? 44,000 going back into those grants. It was, as these young women said when we started, it's all about what happens on the back of that ticket. We're not selling pancakes, we're selling tickets, and we're selling what happens on the back of that ticket. And it is overwhelming, the success that we've had. Thank you all very much.
And don't forget, sell tickets every day of your life.
Wow, what a way to end the meeting. Congratulations. Congratulations to this club. I can't tell you how proud I am to pass on the title of the best ever KPAD event ever to Ben Spiker. So congratulations again. just want to say we're not going to be here next week, so everybody enjoy your extended Memorial Day celebration. I've heard some really, we talked about what happened in Texas when we opened the meeting. We talked about the wonderful things that this club is going to be able to do in the future with raising funds. We did hear God's miracle with J.C. Taylor and his diagnosis. So even though there's tragedy, we hear tragedy in the world, God's out there working every day, and we've definitely seen that here today. So on that note, you all enjoy your Memorial Day weekend. Thank you very much. We are adjourned.